Hello there, guys. Welcome back to another one. Yes. I have a new intro, and I'm so happy. At least one more improvement, one more thing to get done. Probably will get. I'll get better with the intro thingy, but yeah, intro done. Welcome back to another one, and some things to point about. Just some things to point out. Let's just jump into the video. So yesterday we saw Arsenal play against Burnley, and it is atrocious. It is atrocious what is going on in the Premier League because I don't understand how you don't give some things. But okay. How you don't give some things, right? Let's just before I get into it. Arsenal played against Burnley. They could not break Burnley down. They could not break Burnley's defense down. And the only way they could score was a corner kick. Yeah, actually, you can say it's a legit one. Yes, it was legit. Apart from the other penalties, sorry, corner kicks that they used to score back earlier this season and stuff like that. But it was a legit penalty. But that was the only way they could score. They could not break down Burnley to even score an open play goal. But that's not it, right? That's not it. Burnley, they are shit. I'm saying they are absolute shite. These people don't even know how to attack. They don't know how to attack. Yes, their midfield and their defense is quite okay at the moment, but they don't know how to attack. And Ugochukwu, now to the thing. Explain to me how this is not a red card for Kai Havertz. Explain to me how this is not a. His foot is literally touching up of his leg. That is a dangerous foul. Dangerous foul. PGMOL, you guys just have to tell us, have you sold the league to us now? Yes, maybe you are doing them a favor because of last 2 seasons, maybe when they could have won the Premier League, but now you guys are saying, okay, just take it because, yeah, we know maybe we've done you guys wrong, but you've not done them wrong. They were the ones who were bottling their leagues and their chances of winning the Premier League back in the time. But explain to me, yes, this is a foul. This is supposed to be a red card. This is a red. Red. And they gave yellow for it. The league is done. The league is done. Congratulations to us now, Adi. But if you guys bought it again, I will still be here. Surely, I will still be here for your bottling. But let's just go to the next one, right? Imagine a world-class manager living two lives. Imagine person living two lives as a manager. His first life, he dominated to some extent. At Chelsea, he dominated. At Real Madrid, he dominated, won against Pep Guardiola. When he went to Italy, he still dominated also. When he went to, did he go to Bundesliga? No, he did not. But in all the leagues he went to, he dominated. Even at Turkish league. Jose Mourinho is back to Real Madrid. But the reason why I'm saying he's living two lives is people will say, oh, Jose Mourinho is finished. He's finished. He coached when he was coaching Fenerbahce, when he was coaching Roma, when he was doing all of this, and he doesn't know how to adapt to the new age of coaching, to the new age of players and stuff like that. But we forget to account that this guy actually did live two lives. He was in the age of all those Ancelottis, the Antonio Contes, all of those guys. He was in their age. And he dominated. He won the Premier League, he won the La Liga, he won the Champions League with Chelsea. He won major trophies. Then he went to the lower leagues, to the lower teams per se. Let's just say lower teams because these teams are not as big as the other ones. He went to the lower teams, Fenerbahce, went to Roma, went to even his Finnish club just now, that was at Benfica. Went to all of these teams and still did it to some extent. And now he's back again. Where there's new age of managers like Enzo Maresca, the Xabi Alonso, Cesc Fabregas, new ages of managers and coaches, head coaches, like they will say it as, and he's still here. Jose is back to Real Madrid. is the special one. And that's the reason why it's the special one. Because there's absolutely no reason how a manager can be living two lives like this. And he's the only one that has done it. And per se, Pep Guardiola is leaving Manchester City. Why him is coming to join Real Madrid? Well, Pep Guardiola can actually go to another well-rated or high-rated team. But for now, he's leaving. We don't know where he's going to next. But yeah, he's back again. Jose Mourinho to Real Madrid is done, waiting to silo documents. Plan for initial 2-year deal is done. Is to travel to Madrid after Real Bilbao's game. Absolutely happy for Jose Mourinho. Absolutely happy and tremendous for Jose Mourinho. Enzo Maresca to Manchester City. This has been everywhere since he's left Chelsea. People they were trying to say Juventus. They were trying to say we all know it was Manchester City. Enzo Maresca to Manchester City is a done deal, verbal agreement. When Pep is leaving, and by the way, I'm going to make another video later, probably at the end of the season, for Pep Guardiola specifically. No plans, just up from the top of my head. Pep Guardiola, legend, absolute legend. And Enzo Maresca is coming to replace him. I've seen on the internet some people are saying maybe Enzo Maresca is a snake, is a decent, but I will respect him and I will respect his decisions because the people he was ready to stay at Chelsea, but the people at Chelsea, the owners at Chelsea, decided not to give him what he wants. They decided not to back him and they decided to throw him under the bus. So I'm happy for him, and I'm sure he's probably also going to win major trophies just like Pep Guardiola did at Manchester City. And yeah, it's a very good signing, 3-year deal for Manchester City, and it's a new era for Manchester City. Let's see what he has to offer from next season. He's going to be coming against the likes of Xabi Alonso and the Slots and Michael Carrick. But next season is going to be a banger. Maybe not so extravagant as this season was, but it's going to be a banger. New managers are coming in. A lot of new sites, a lot of new ideas are going to be implemented in the Premier League next season. But we're going to be there. On to the next. Xabi Alonso has said, I don't know if he said it, but according to Kieran Gill that is here, or that is Kieran Gill saying it here, is that it is crucial for Xabi Alonso for players who are not ready for his project to be sold in the summer. So, particularly, it looks like it's not actually Xabi Alonso that has said it. I think it's just probably Kieran Gill that is saying it by himself, or some other broadcasters or journalists who are saying it by themselves that some players actually need to be sold. And left to me also, yes, I agree. These people are not mentality monsters. And I'm not sure that we have the ability to keep the mentality just as Xabi Alonso we want. So, it is crucial for Xabi Alonso for players who are not ready for his project to be sold in the summer. Delap, Garnacho, Tosin, Badiashile, and Jorgensen should be sold. Wesley Fofana is another player who does not fit the monster mentality profile and could be sold as well, even though the player does not wish to leave as he's earning 200k per week. That is absolutely outrageous for Wesley Fofana. Chelsea have untouchables who cannot be sold with Cole Palmer and Joao Pedro amongst the untouchables. All those untouchables, we understand that it can get to a point where all of these things are fast. It's a facade, and some of them can be lies. Where they will say, oh, they don't want to sell Enzo Fernandez, and the first person that you see leave in the summer could be Enzo Fernandez. So I'm not trusting this. I'm not trusting this board. I'm not trusting these sporting directors. I'm not trusting any of them. So left to me, yes, these players actually do need to be sold. Delap, Garnacho, Tosin. Maybe keep Badiashile for squad, but I think you can get better ones. And then there's an Silmino that is also probably going to come back. There's also the likes of this guy that they brought back from Sporting. From Strasbourg. Left to me, this is right. A lot of these guys need to go. Next. Joao Pedro is a Chelsea player of the season, men's player of the season for 2025-2026, winning the fan vote with over 60% of votes. Enzo Fernandez finished second with Moise Caicedo in third. Very happy for Joao Pedro, and it's a very good news for Joao Pedro. But together with the good news, there was something else that occurred yesterday. The Brazil squads for the men's squad for the World Cup was being announced by Ancelotti, and yes, Joao Pedro was left out. He was left out of the World Cup. He's not going to go to the World Cup, and he actually brought out a statement saying he tried his best at all times. Unfortunately, he could not make it, and he's going to be like every other fan, supporting the country to win their sixth title. Actually, absolutely tremendous player. Absolutely tremendous player. As in my previous video, I did say that I would be happy in a way, and I would be actually contented in a way if I don't see a lot of Chelsea players go for the World Cup. And if they go, probably they would be on the bench and come in 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes just to kill up the game or just to get some a little bit of football in their legs and stuff like that. But left to me, and I'm not happy that he's not going because he's one player that I also want to watch in the World Cup. But in a way, I'm also happy because he can get rest, get the whole summer to himself, try to recuperate his energy, try to recuperate his leg, try to heal from every injury that he's having at the moment. And yeah, I think that's just my view. I think, yes, it's sad and it's a little bit frustrating on his part, on his side, that he does not go to the World Cup. But from a fan perspective, I think it's also okay. There's going to be another World Cup in 4 years. If you get your game together, if you are still on form, you will get in that squad for sure. He's a very good player, just as it is. He's the men's best player for Chelsea at this season. And left to me, I actually voted for him also to win that. So yeah, I think he has over 20 goals or 23 goals and 5 assists or something like this. That's actually absolutely insane for his first season as a striker in Chelsea. We saw the likes of Liam Delap who are doing nonsense. Yeah, Nicolas Jackson kind of also did the same thing, but he seems to not want to remain in the team. But that's it. Joao Pedro is very good. And on to the next. Man City versus Bournemouth. That is coming up today. I hope to see a Man City win. This game is going to be very good. Man City is probably going to. It's going to be difficult actually for Man City because Bournemouth is not a small team. Under Anthony Raola, we've seen the way they played. They've been on their front foot. They know how to catch that second ball and all of those games. I would want to see Manchester City win because they can still keep chasing the league. Arsenal can slip up at any time. We know they can slip up at any time. And then I saw like a news, I don't know, maybe it was on Fabrizio Romano's page or some pages where they said Arteta has like a model of the Premier League. This is the Premier League of the Premier League trophy. And when he wins the Premier League trophy, that is 2 games to go. The stuff is going to light up. Well, it's part of something to keep your mentality strong, and it's good for him. But I think I'm backing him. Man City win. Probably it's going to be tight. It's going to probably be a tight game because recently they've been scoring goals. But last match against Chelsea, they only scored 1, and it was as a result of brilliance from Semenyo. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very tight game. Also, kind of be a good game. Hoping to see Krupi, and we just want to see how this game is going to go. It's going to be very good, and it's going to come up today by 9:30 my time. Chelsea versus Tottenham. That's another game that is coming up today. The form Chelsea is in at the moment, it seems like I cannot back Chelsea to win any game. Yes, I backed them to win against Man City, but I felt like it's a final and it's something that they should turn up for. But as it looked, they did not turn up for it, and we lost the final, a very big final at least. That's the FA Cup final. And yeah, Chelsea versus Tottenham. Tottenham needs just 1 point in their last 2 games for the season to escape relegation. And I don't want it to be Chelsea that will give them that escape route. If we can get the win, please let's get the win. I don't want it to be a draw. And the way it's moving, it looks like we might actually do get a draw. Joao Pedro maybe not in the right state of mind because of the maybe not call up, but this is where his mentality should show. Does he trust his squad? Does he trust his players? Does he trust Neto? Does he trust the likes of Enzo Fernandez and things and players like that? Does he trust his squad to actually? Does he back his squad to carry themselves together with him and play? And you already know Xabi Alonso is going to be there. He's probably going to be in the stands watching. So you should exhibit yourself to him and show that I am going to be in your squad. I am ready to play, to do whatever you want to do, according to Xabi Alonso. So Gallagher is probably going to feature, and it's going to be a sad sight to see for me because Gallagher was one of the players that I actually did love. I don't want him to leave Chelsea, but he left and is in Tottenham now. I hope he does not score a goal because players like this are actually the one that actually do score goals against Chelsea. The likes of the Havertz, Timo Werner, all of those guys do always find a way to score against Chelsea, and it's always very sad. It's always very sad. But it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a very good game. I don't know why Kolu is not in the squad, but I think Kolu will probably be in the squad together with maybe an Ato or Chaloba. I don't want to see a Wesley Fofana because that guy has been pissing me off lately. But yeah, this starting squad, and I want to say James, not a Gusto. I want to say James, not a Gusto. Gusto is getting a mix. So that's it for me in this video, and it's just some literally brief stuff what is going on, and I'm hoping to catch you guys in the next one for Manchester City versus Bournemouth. What do I predict? Manchester City versus Bournemouth, I predict probably a 2-1 Manchester City win. And for Chelsea versus Tottenham, Chelsea needs to win this game. We need to win this game. We need to absolutely win this game. So I predict a 3-0 win. We're at home, and probably we should try to score a goal. We've not scored a goal in some times now. So 3-0 win for Chelsea. And that's it for me in this video. Guys, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell me down in the comment section, what do you guys think? Who is going to win against Chelsea versus Tottenham? Also, Man City versus Bournemouth. How is the game going to go? What are your predictions? Down there in the comment section. And see you guys in the next one. Still, up the Chelsea.